Hi guys, it's Dave here. Many people have been asking me what I mean when I say that I don't start a sales funnel or an online business with a website. That is true, I don't, because what I actually do is I make up the website, if you like, as real bare bones structure, just enough to get me going and start building a list, which removes all barriers. And I'm going to show you what I mean by this. You'll see on point 1 of my 13 steps to sales funnel success right here is that from the idea stage, I then go to having the website. But my definition of a website is completely different to what most people think and when they imagine a website. So I'm going to show you that right now. When most people think of developing an online business with their idea, they first of all they come up with what they think is a great idea. Okay, and normally the ideas are all right. And then they say, right, now I need a website, and then they say, okay, from this website I'm obviously going to need branding, and then from branding they say I'm going to need content because I can't put up an empty website, can I? And then from the branding and the content stage they then say, okay, now that I've got this sorted, I'm going to start investing some time in my social media. Whoops. And then from the social media comes, you get it, more content, right? And then from the more content stage, obviously equals more time. Once they've got all this set up, they think, do you know what, now I need some traffic. So what they do is they go, okay, now I've got this, I'm going to use some ads or some PPC. So not only do they go off and they start learning about this sort of thing, they also then realize they need a landing page. And then from landing page, guess what? Comes more content. And then once they've done this, they either send people just to a newsletter, or they send people into a lead magnet. But they don't always understand what their customers want, therefore it ends up failing. But you can see that we've gone through all of this kind of process, these steps, and all of this is actually costing a lot of time and a lot of money. And that's what I don't like, and that's what I declared war on with my 13 steps to sales funnel success. And I want to talk to you about what I do with my website all the way over here at this point, and I just sack all this off basically, and I deal with it in my own way, in my own system, my own process, my own 13-step process. So let's have a look at how I do that. Okay, so what I do is I come up with my idea, and then I sit here and I say to myself, okay, we know we need somewhere to send our traffic, right? Because it would be insane to try and do this without having somewhere to send traffic. But I don't get involved with all that content stuff that we looked at before. What I do is this. I register my domain name. I then set that up on my hosting, which is SiteGround, for those of you that are interested. Sorry, this bamboo tablet is temperamental. And then what I do is I create myself an email address at mydomain.com. And this domain name is usually always a .com, by the way. That's important. And then what I do from here, once I've set up my email address, is I install WordPress. And having a managed hosting like SiteGround, for example, and Bluehost, there's other ones available if you're interested. All of this can be found on my resources page, by the way, at funnelleader.com, which is down here, /resources. Once I've installed WordPress, I then am pretty much done. I install plugins, and they're kind of like my secret sauce because there's only a certain few that I install every single time on my WordPress sites. And I will cover that in another time because they're really epic and they're really valuable. But what the number one plugin that I install is the Instapage plugin, amongst others, because we're talking about just making progress here. So I always install this Instapage plugin. Now what this allows me to do, I've now got my website set up here, if you like. It's not really a website, it's bare bones, but there's nothing on it. So what I do is I head on over to Instapage, which is the landing page tool that I use, and I create a landing page. Landing page. And I route that using the settings to my WordPress plugin. Like that. So now when someone goes to www.mydomain.com and they see the home page, it's actually going to show this landing page. So what I've essentially done is I've got a website as kind of people perceive it to be, but really it's not. It's actually the bare bones of WordPress, and you're just seeing a page which is not even on my website. It's actually on Insta. It's hosted with Instapage, but it just looks like it's on my website. So as you can see, this is the secretcakeclub.com homepage, as most of you are familiar with. And you can see here we've got the landing page, which is absolutely fine. And then we go over into the back end of secretcakeclub.com, the WordPress admin area, and you can see in the Instapage plugin here, these are all the different landing pages that I've added via Instapage into the plugin tool for the secretcakeclub.com website. And as you can see at the bottom here is the home page. You can see it's had 1,173 visits with 632 conversions, a 53.9% conversion rate. This is just for the traffic that's been running to the homepage. Obviously, I've had different sources of leads coming in to generate opt-ins from various sources, such as Facebook and competitions, which I can cover another time. So if I jump over to the Instapage dashboard now, and I actually go to the Secret Cake Club landing page, you'll see here that this is it, essentially. There you go. I can edit all the content in here if I want to. Apologies for the background noise. My neighbours decided to start putting up a fence or something today, which is always great. So yeah, as you can see, this is the page. So when we click Publish Changes up here, normally it would come up and give us the option to publish to WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now, completely from scratch, how I would do this. So I'd go into Instapage and I'd create a new page. I would just pick a template here. Remember, this is not an Instapage tutorial. I just want to show you my workflow. And then I would just choose a landing page template. So I'm just going to choose this one. And I'm just going to call this test page just for now. Here we go. All right. So you can see we've got a nice landing page here. Really love Instapage. This really is where it, it's just fantastic. One of my favorite tools, I think, in marketing in general. So get in shape with our 7-day free gym membership, yada, yada, yada. That's all great. So now when I click publish, it gives me these options to a custom domain name, a WordPress site, a Drupal site, Facebook, or just host it on Instapage. What I do is I click on WordPress and then I just send it to WordPress, just like that. And now it's done, test page. So what now I do is I come over to the back end of my secretcakeclub.com and I go to my Instapage plugin. And then what I do is I click on Add New. And then here you go, there's my latest page, test page. And I want it to be a normal page because you can have it as home page like I have with Secret Cake Club. And I just go to normal page and I select the URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this test page. And I'm just going to put number 1 there to avoid any future conflicts. And then I'm going to click publish. And what now happens is this secretcakeclub.com URL with test page -1 has been published. So if I click view page in new tab, there we go. That's our landing page on Instapage. And you can see the URL up here is secretcakeclub.com/test page 1. And that isn't even hosted on my site. That is completely hosted on Instapage. But because we're using the clever technology that the guys at Instapage have developed with WordPress, it's now completely as though that the normal person would assume that that is actually my website. And what I do is I go about and I build pages, like I build websites completely using just landing pages. It's flexible, it's easy, and if you want to just get rid of it, you can. It's just so simple. And that's what I do. And that is what I mean when I say with these steps, these 13 steps to sales funnel success, step 1, which is down here, with the website, that's what I mean when I put the website before everything else, even before my customer avatar on most accounts. Because I just say, right, I know I'm going to sell cakes or cake accessories, or I know that I'm going to provide content for these people. I know I'm going to do that already. So my kind of, at this stage, my content's completely irrelevant. I just need to get this secured. So I get, like I said, I get the domain name, and I get this all installed, and then I get Instapage, and I'll create the website that way. Hope this has helped. It's been quite a quick video because I just wanted to explain this rather than educate you. But I hope this gives you some ideas and some insights into my processes, and I hope that's answered the question for you when you were wondering, well, hang on a minute, you do need a website. Well, you do. And in the long term, I would create out a whole website, but just to get stuff started, guys, just to get opt-ins going, just to get things moving, that's what I do. And it works because you've just seen the numbers for yourself. And that's that. So I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful weekend or week or whatever you're doing right now. And I shall speak to you very soon. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks, guys.